Hi, it's Danny again, and today I'll be talking to you about arrogance versus confidence. An arrogant person only feels smart if someone else feels stupid. Their sense of themselves depends on thinking less of someone else. They insist on correcting other people's grammar or showing them their flaws because it's the only way they can feel an approximation of confidence. Arrogance is about intent. It's when ability or perceived ability is used to look down on others. A confident person feels competent from the inside out. They use their talents to genuinely try to be of use or to succeed at the task at hand. Through this presentation, I'm going to illustrate key differences between arrogance and confidence. Pay attention as always, because of course this information will pop back up on quizzes later on. Arrogance versus confidence. Confidence is a wonderful thing to have. When you have confidence, it means you believe you have positive things to contribute to the workplace and to society in general. It also means you believe you deserve the same respect that everyone else does. Arrogance is not a wonderful thing to have. Arrogance is an attitude of superiority, which means that a person who has this attitude thinks they are a better or more important person than those around them. This attitude often leads to behavior that causes problems in the workplace. Confident people will support the people around them by giving praise when others accomplish things and offering help to coworkers when they are struggling. So the confident person isn't going to feel like they're somehow going to look worse by saying something nice about another person. It'll make them feel good. And they'll also be willing to help others because they'll see that the people around them are their equals. Arrogant people rarely offer praise to coworkers and are unlikely to help a coworker who is struggling with a task. In fact, the arrogant person is more likely to criticize mistakes rather than praise accomplishments, and they ignore or insult those who could use their help. So the arrogant person isn't going to want to take the time to help other people. They are going to worry that if they say something nice about someone else, that that's going to make them somehow look worse. Competent people can accept the fact that they are not perfect. They take responsibility for their mistakes and they strive to learn from those mistakes. Uh-oh, in the pictures you see, oh boy, I burned the pie. A competent person will say, all right, I made a mistake. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to find out what I did wrong. And then the next time around, hopefully, I'll bake the pie the right amount of time and it's kind of come out just right. People who are arrogant don't admit their mistakes or weaknesses and tend to blame others when things go wrong. This tendency makes it difficult for arrogant people to learn things because mistakes are an important part of learning new tasks. So you see the finger pointing away. It's your fault, says the arrogant person. Now, a confident person will be willing to help other people when they need help and admit their own mistakes, but also not spend a lot of time trying to blame other people or make them feel bad when things go wrong. They're instead going to want to take a more positive approach and try to see what they can do to make things better. Here are some outcomes of arrogance versus confidence. In the confidence column, confidence is respected by coworkers. Arrogance is dreaded by coworkers. In other words, coworkers dread or just really don't like it when someone is being arrogant or they see the person who acts in an arrogant manner coming along and they think, oh no, not this again. Confidence helps you learn your tasks well because when you're confident, you're willing to admit you've made mistakes and to learn from your mistakes and strive to do your best. Whereas arrogance prevents you from learning because when you're arrogant, you're not willing to admit you've made a mistake or to listen to other people when they may have ideas that could help you learn. With confidence, confidence is a sign that you believe in yourself, whereas arrogance is a sign that you might be afraid you aren't as good as others. So, arrogance could be a sign that you don't have very high self esteem, and maybe you have a kind of a low opinion of yourself. And so, you might have this attitude of arrogance to try to cover that up. Always remember that you have value as a person. Believe in yourself enough to admit when you've made a mistake. Compliment others when they are doing a good job. Help others when you can. Don't judge or blame others when things go wrong. If you can do these things, then you can be confident but not arrogant. Confidence is a very important thing to have in the workplace. It will help you to learn from your mistakes because you'll be willing to admit when you've made mistakes. It will help you to be able to improve and become the best at your job that you can be because you'll be willing to admit what your weaknesses are. And therefore, you'll be able to work on those weaknesses. If you're arrogant, none of that's going to happen. And furthermore, people aren't really going to want to be around you very much if you're arrogant. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you to discuss these issues. I'll see you later.
Project Search.